Good morning to all of you. Now, yesterday, yesterday already I have started the unit 6. Okay, and some definition related to the simple pendulum already explained. Okay, unit 6 started. And some definition related to the simple pendulum already explained. Okay, what the definition that I have explained? I have explained the definition of oscillation. I have explained the definition of the amplitude and also explained the definition of time period. How we can define time period already I have explained. If we take a simple pendulum, okay, and if it is oscillating to and fro from its mean position, so for completing one oscillation, whatever the time taken is known as what? Time period. Okay, for completing, if suppose the simple pendulum is going to start from here, so here to here, then again reaching here. Okay, so for one complete rotation, for one complete oscillation, whatever the time taken is known as what? Is known as what? Time period. Okay, then it is denoted by capital T, right? Anywhere. The unit is second. Unit is second. Then frequency. How we can define frequency? It is inversely proportional to the time period. That means frequency N equal to 1 upon T. That means whatever the time period, it will be inversely proportional to it. Okay, frequency is inversely proportional to time period. Okay, how we can define it? Just see. With this one, whatever the definition of time period I have explained, just reverse it, you will get the definition of the frequency. Okay, so how we can define frequency? Whatever the number of oscillations done in 1 second is called frequency. Whatever the number of oscillations or number of rotations done by the pendulum in 1 second is called frequency. The number of oscillations done by the pendulum in 1 second is called frequency. And what was the definition of the time period? For complete one rotation, whatever the time taken is called what? Time period. The reverse of that one, that means frequency is inversely proportional to time period. Okay, so whatever the number of oscillations done by the body, done by the pendulum in 1 second is called what? Frequency. Okay, frequency and its unit is right anywhere per second or Hz, hertz. Per second or hertz. Okay, per second or hertz. Hertz. Okay, already explained the definition of amplitude. The maximum displacement done by the body, the maximum displacement done by the oscillating body in any one direction is called what? Amplitude. Already explained. Okay, now what is the effective length? Just see, the distance between the Just see it from here. This is the center of gravity of the ball. This one is the CG. CG stands for center of gravity of the ball. So the distance between the length between the suspension point to the midpoint. The distance between the suspension point to the midpoint or center of gravity of the ball is known as what? Effective length. Okay. Raj Nandini. Yes.
Good morning, sir. So why it is called center of gravity?
Eh?
So why it is called center of gravity?
Why it is called center of
Gravity.
Listen, there are two things are there. That means whenever if any bob is suspended freely, then the diagonal point or intersection point of the given body, when it is going to suspend freely and acting in the downward direction, that's why it is called center of gravity. That means the entire gravity will act on the center of the given body. That's why it is called center of gravity. Right, Nandini? Clear? Okay, center of gravity in full elaborate manner you will get in class, in higher class also, but here you only must be knowing this why it is called center of gravity, because once any body is suspended freely and the entire weight is acting in the downward direction on that particular point, then that is called center of gravity. Okay, right, Nandini, clear? And the distance between the, actually the thing is that once you will take the metallic sphere, then there will be a center also. Once you will take the metallic sphere, there will be a center also. Or else a sphere, so center will be also there. So distance from the center to the suspension point of the thread. Okay, that is called effective length of the given pendulum. Okay, clear, right, Nandini? Clear? Any other one is having doubt to anyone? Because the definition related to the simple pendulum almost are completed. Now, come to the next topic, that is the factors on which time period depends. Okay, factors on which time period depend. The definition related to the simple pendulum, that is the definition of amplitude, definition of oscillation, definition of time period, definition of frequency, definition of this effective length. All the things already I have explained. Okay, nothing is left. As well as simple pendulum also explained. Simple pendulum how can define? If we take a metallic sphere and it is attached to a weightless and inextensible thread and is capable to move to and fro from its mean position, then such type of device is known as simple pendulum. By the use of simple pendulum, again listen, if we take any metallic sphere, okay, if we take any metallic sphere and it is attached to a weightless and inextensible thread and is capable to oscillate to and fro. Some students are not on their video. Vigunath Tiwari, and then after that Prakhar Srivastava, just on your video, so that I am able to see that you are simply on off the video and what the thing you are doing. Just on your video. I want to see the face. Vigunath, and then Prakhar. Yes. Then Prakhar, your video is also simply just I want to see that everyone is just properly listening and everyone is properly watching this on the board. Okay, Prakhar, still your video is just see. That means you are not seeing the Prakhar, you are not seeing the. You are not taking the class. Simply you are on the video and simply you are just. Okay, so the distance between the point. So what have defined the simple pendulum? If any bob is attached to a weightless and inextensible thread and is capable to oscillate to and fro from its mean position. Okay, and is capable to move to and fro from its mean position, then such type of device is known as simple pendulum. Then after that, I have also explained by the use of the simple pendulum, we can measure the time. Okay, simple pendulum is a device by which we can measure the time. Okay, now the next thing I have to define on which factor the simple pendulum depends. Okay, in here, if anyone is having any doubt, you can ask me. Clear the doubt. Factors on which simple pendulum depends. Listen, simple pendulum depends upon the two factors. Okay, simple pendulum depends upon the two factors. First one, on length. Okay, the time period of a simple pendulum, the time period, T is the time period. The time period T is directly proportional to the square root of length. Okay. The time period T is directly proportional to the square root of length. Yesterday, some student has asked me, sir, it depends upon the length. Yes, it depends upon the length, the square root of length. If once the length will change, then time period of the simple pendulum will also change. And some student has also asked to me, sir, if the mass mass of the pendulum it is going to change, then there will be also change in the time period. Yes, 100%. Because T equal to 2 pi under root m by k. So T already I have explained. Already I have written one formula. T equal to 2 pi under root m by k. That means T is also directly proportional to square root of mass. T is also directly proportional to square root of mass. That means time period also depends upon the mass. Okay, got it? Clear to everyone? Till here, everything is clear to everyone. The time period T is directly proportional to the square root of length. Okay, that means once the length of the thread it will be going to change, then in this condition, time period will be also change. Okay, we can also write T1 upon T2 equals to under root L1 by L2. Okay. T1 by T2 equal to under root L1 by L2. Clear to everyone? Clear? Now, second thing. Time period also depends on acceleration due to gravity. Time period T depends upon the acceleration due to gravity. It is inversely proportional to the acceleration due to gravity, not directly. T directly proportional to the square root of length, but T is inversely proportional to the square root of gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Okay. T is directly proportional to the square root of length, and T is inversely proportional to the square root of the acceleration due to gravity. Clear to everyone? We can also write, if we are going to join both the equation, listen, if we are going to join both the equation, then we will get T directly proportional to square root of length by G. Clear to everyone? Others?
Good morning, sir. Sir, that acceleration due to gravity I have not understood. So please explain again.
Listen, acceleration due to gravity. What is the acceleration due to gravity? If any object is released freely from any height. Okay, suppose this object I am going to take. Okay, and once it is going to release freely from any height, then as soon as it will move towards, it will reach towards the Earth's surface, it's increase, because according to the definition of the gravitation, Earth pulls each and every object in their own direction. Okay, Earth pulls each and every object in their own direction. So once this object it is going to release freely, so as soon as it will move towards the Earth's surface, there will be increase in the velocity. Others clear?
Yes, sir.
Once it is going to move toward the Earth's surface, so every second its velocity will increase. And once the velocity will increase, so increase in velocity is known as acceleration. So acceleration will produce. Okay.
Yes.
And this acceleration is happened due to the gravity. That's why it is known as acceleration due to gravity. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or simply, if simply you want to define, so for the freely falling body, one line you can define it. For the freely falling body, the increase in velocity in 1 second is known as acceleration due to gravity. Acha, Deo, what is velocity?
So please repeat again. So please repeat this acceleration due to gravity definition.
Again, for the freely falling body, all of you can write it. It's a very easy definition. For the freely falling body, for a freely falling body, the increase in velocity in 1 second. It's a very easy definition. Anytime you can learn it. And try to understand that how we could define the acceleration due to gravity in our own words. Okay, for a freely falling body, the increase in velocity in 1 second is known as acceleration due to gravity, denoted by small g. Its value is 9.8 meter per second square. Its value is 9.8 meter per second square. Written.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now then, Bhavesh. Mute yourself, Adarsh. Yes, Bhavesh.
Sir, what is the chapter for first semester exam?
Portion for the first semester exam.
Yes, sir.
Second chapter, second unit. Second.
Second chapter, second unit. Thank you, sir.
Raj Nandini.
So how this formula is derived?
Which formula, beta? This one.
Yes, yes, sir.
Everything I'm going to explain. Okay. Wait for a minute. Everything, even the constant, I will also explain. Don't take tension. Raj Nandini, any other doubt? No. Okay. Ayushi. Yes, Ayushi.
Good morning, sir. Sir, everywhere the value of acceleration due to gravity will be 9.8 meter per second only.
Everything I'm going to explain, beta, everything. The value of the acceleration due to gravity will change. Not everywhere the value of the acceleration due to gravity will remain same. It may be some places it may be 9.8, some places it may be 9.81, some places it may be 9.84, some places it may be 9.86. From position to position, it will depends on the equatorial position as well as the position of the, actually the thing is that once we are going to take the center of the earth, then the height of the each and every place it is different. Okay, so on that basis we can say
Yes.
the acceleration due to gravity will change according to the given place. Clear? It will be not remain same 9.8 meter per second square. But listen, one more thing. It will be also not too much change. Not like 0.8 point change, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 like that it will be change. Not everywhere you can say this thing in 9.5 it will get, or 10 point something you will get. It will vary in between 9.8 to 9.9, not more than that. Got it?
Yes, sir.
It will be not too much change will take place. It should be clear to each and everyone in your mind that the value of the acceleration due to gravity will change according to the given position or according to the given place, but it will be not too much change. So suppose here that the value of the acceleration due to gravity in Gorakhpur 9.812 meter per second square. So in Agra or in Delhi, it will be changed 9.845, like that it will be. Okay, Ayushi, clear? Ayushi, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
who is asking for who when we have to submit the copy? We have to. All of you have to submit your copy on 20th. All of you have to submit your copy on 20th. 20th July. Okay. After that, don't ask to me. Then T for T proportional to L by G. T proportional, listen. T directly proportional to L. T is inversely proportional to G. Since both the equations are related to T, that's T proportional to L, T proportional to 1 by G. So once we are going to join both equations, so it will be T is directly proportional to L by G. Okay, T is directly proportional to L by G. Now after that, see in your book it is given T equal to 2 pi under root L by G. It is given like that. That means once keep this thing in your mind, not only in this class, in higher class also, whenever if you are going to raise this proportional, this is a sign of proportional. So once we are going to release this proportional, so we have to apply the proportional constant. Okay. Whenever if we are going to remove this proportional, so we have to apply a proportional constant. And here I have applied 2 pi. Why it will be 2 pi? I will tell you. Abhika.
Good
Yes,
morning, sir.
Morning, madam.
Sir, in this, T is directly proportional to L by G. So, sir, when we,
Wait. T is directly proportional to length, but inversely proportional to the acceleration due to gravity.
so then both the sign are same.
Just see here directly L, and here 1 by root G. 1 by means ulta. That means if this is increased, this will decrease. This will decrease, this will increase. And in this one, this will increase, this will also increase. This will decrease, this will also decrease. Got it? Directly, listen, directly proportional means this will be loss, this will be also comes in loss. This will gain, this will also the gain. This will increase, this will also increase. This will loss, this will also loss. But
Yes,
in this one, opposite. Opposite means if suppose acceleration due to gravity it is going to decrease, then time period will increase. Or acceleration due to gravity will increase, time period will decrease. Avika, clear?
Yes, sir.
It is opposite in manner, but just see here 1 by means inversely, and this one directly. Directly means direct if change, increase, increase, decrease, decrease. But in this one, decrease, increase, increase, decrease, like that.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Now, T equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Now, once we have to remove this proportional, so we have to apply a proportional constant, that is T equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Okay. Don't chat in this one, Mayank. Don't chat anything. Whatever the thing you want to ask, directly ask to me. 2 pi. Why I have applied the 2 pi? It is not given in the book, but try to understand. See, this one is the pendulum. It is going to oscillate like that. From here then again here. Like that. It is going to complete one oscillation. Yes, see, from here to here, pi, 180 degree. And from here to here again, pi. How much? 2 pi. Where? From here to here, pi, 180 degree. According to mathematics. And from here to here, that means if one oscillation it is going to complete, so it is covering the angle of 2 pi. That's why we have to apply here the constant 2 pi. Clear? Anupul. Yes,
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, will you upload this class on website?
it will be there after some days.
Okay,
Each
sir.
class will upload. Don't take tension regarding this one. Each and every class, whatever the class, the day at which the class you have taken, if any class, those who have missed any class, I will upload the video. Don't take tension.
Okay.
Recorded video, not the new one. Recorded one. It will be recorded.
Sir, please upload this class.
Uploaded. What is the problem, Anupul? Any problem in this one?
Sir, if we will watch more than time, then we will understand briefly, sir.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I will upload it. Then others.
Sir, can you please explain, sir, why 2 pi is there? Sir, one more time. Sir, I have not understood.
Here going to start here to here, then again reaching here. By this side complete one oscillation. How much angle it is there? 2 pi. Total displacement done. How much? 2 pi. That's why I have taken 2. Actually, complete one circle. How much it will be? Just tell me.
Sir, 1.
1 or 2 pi?
Sir, 2 pi. Sir, 2 pi. Yes, sir. Kasagam 2 pi. Yes, sir.
Circumference you are taking 2 pi. R.
Yes, sir.
So in
Yes,
the same manner also we have to take. Okay, others clear?
Yes, sir. And sir, why only pi we have used? Sir, radius we can't use.
Radius we can take unit. Every time you can't take radius 2 or 3 centimeter. Okay.
Yes.
The higher class you will get 2 and pi also. Okay. Then Parth.
Thank you, sir.
Others clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Yes, Parth.
Sir, pi means 180 degree, no? So it is not shown that 180 degree angle, no? Pi means 180 degree, no? So that when it is moving from there to there, it is not necessary that it is going to travel 180 degree.
Hey, Baba. It is going to complete one oscillation. How much it will be there? One oscillation. Just tell me. If any object, it is going to complete one oscillation, then how much it will be to take? Just tell me.
360 degrees. 360 degrees.
360 degree. Just take the example of watch. Watch, it is going to start, again going to complete one oscillation. How much it is there? 2 pi. That's why I'm going to take. Parts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, any other doubt to anyone? Now, see this one. So I think clear this one. P equal to 2 pi under L by G. Now, how we can draw the graph? Graph I will explain in the next coming chapter. Okay, graph I am not going to explain right now because graph, once I will draw the graph, so you must be knowing what is dependent value and what is independent value. So firstly, I am just going to complete the numerical problems. Let me complete this numerical problem because the numerical problem is easy one, and each and every numerical problem I will not solve. Keep this thing in mind. It's a very easy chapter. Okay, because in every chapter I am going to solve each and every numerical, and then simply you are going to write, and then I will give some homework to you also. Just see, listen, again I am telling this thing. Don't be confused about this thing. I am not leaving these two topics, graph between the effective length and time period of simple period. I am not leaving this one. I am not leaving this topic. Okay, I will explain this topic, but before explaining this topic, you must be also knowing how we can draw the graph. Until and unless you are not knowing how to draw the graph, you can't plot a graph between L and T square or root L and T. Okay, so I'm not leaving this topic. I will explain it, but once I will explain the chapter graph, then in that chapter I will explain that topic. Okay, now see the practice problem. Only one problem I will explain from each practice problem. Okay, just see the page number 24. Just open it. Page number 24. First problem. First problem. Calculate the time period of simple pendulum of length. First problem. Calculate the time period of simple pendulum of length 0.84. Practice problem first one. Practice problem PP. Practice problem. Length given 0.84 meter. Acceleration due to gravity 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, what to calculate time period? B equal to 5 you can solve it. 2 pi under root 0.84 upon 9.8. 2 pi under root 884 upon 980. 2. 4. 2. Solve it, just see what you are getting. Solve it, just see what all of you are getting. Others, what is the problem?
So this question which we are solving, so we can 84 and 980 we can directly divide by 14. So they both come in the table.
You can divide if you are knowing how to divide and simply solve it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so, yes, sir. And so I've told in the last class, sir, I'm having problem related to numerical. So in this page only 24, so first numerical solution I'm not able to understand.
Which one?
So first one, so see, it's given that 44 upon 7 under root 0.114. So in the next step only 44 upon 7 into 0.338, how it came, so how it came?
44 upon 7 you are asking for, or 0.338 you are asking for?
Yes, sir. So that both steps, so that under root 0.114 there, sir. So in the next step only, sir, how 0.338 came?
The value of the square root, the value of the square root of 0.114, it will be 0.338 maybe. Just check it. Having calculator, just see in your calculator on the mobile phone, square root value is given. Just check it. The same thing you are getting or something different you are getting.
Yes, sir.
Same thing you are getting. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm checking.
Clear na?
Yes, sir.
Then Ayushi. Yes, Ayushi.
So that will be 245, no? Yep. Sir, there it will be 21 upon 245 on the board.
145. Sorry, 245. Simply solve it. Simply solve it. Whatever the result you are getting, that will be the answer. You can solve it now. All of you can solve it now.
Yes.
Okay. Now see the practice problem 2. Listen, practice problem 1. Second one, I'm leaving for you. Practice problem 2. 1. Second problem, I'm leaving for you. You have to solve it. Now see the practice problem 2. Practice problem 2, first one. Length of the seconds pendulum is. Acha, one more topic I have not explained. Yes, just see. Seconds pendulum I explained. Not explained, na? Okay. See the second pendulum also. Well, how can define second pendulum? Second pendulum. Any pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds. Okay. Any pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds is called second pendulum. Okay. Write anywhere. Any pendulum, it's one line definition. Any pendulum whose time period is of 2 seconds is called second pendulum. Any pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds is called second pendulum. Okay. Where? Who is asking for this one? That explanation of the practice problem 1, second one. Doubt?
Good morning, sir. Sir, we can do squaring.
We can?
Sir, we can do squaring like t square and then we can do squaring both the side.
You can do it, no problem. You have to know this one, na? T equal to pi under L by D. And square, t square equals to 4 pi square.
Okay, sir.
But again, listen. One problem will have, you have to face it. Once you are going to square it and putting the value of L and G, so again you have to take it under root. Finally, anyhow you have to take under root.
Sir, at the last step we have to take a root.
Any manner, but what the problem I am telling you, again, if simply you are going to square it, if the value of L you have to find out, it's okay. If the value of L you have to find out, that it is okay. But if you have to find out the value of T, then again you have to make it square root. Then after that you will get the value of capital T. Okay.
Okay.
See this one. So any pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds is called second pendulum. Formula for second pendulum T equal to 2 pi into L by 3 am I? So for second pendulum, capital T equal to 2 seconds. Capital T equal to 2 seconds. For second pendulum, capital T equal to 2 seconds. Now put here the value 2 equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Now 2 to cancel it out. Just see it. For the second pendulum, the value of the time period it will be 2 seconds already given here. So put this value in this equation. 2 equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Clear? Now, this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled out. So what will get? 1 equal to pi under root L by G. It will be or not? Squaring on both the sides. 1 square equal to twice square L by G. I'm just going to calculate what will be the length of the second pendulum. Okay. What will be the effective length of the second pendulum? Okay, whenever the time period is 2 seconds, that means whenever it is going to follow the condition of the second pendulum, then what it will be effective length. Okay, clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? Now, what is that? 1 square into G equal to pi square into L. So here equal to what? G into 1 upon pi square. Value of G is 9.8. And this one 3.14 into 3.14. So what will get? 9.8 upon 9.856. You will get 99.9 centimeter. Just check it. Okay, or approximately 1 meter. You can say. That means if a second pendulum is given to you, if a pendulum is having the condition of second pendulum, then in this condition, the effective length of the pendulum, it will be 1 meter. It will be or not? Clear to each and everyone or not? One more thing, maybe in this week, I will take one extra class also after 1 o'clock. Maybe possibility is it is there. Okay. Saturday, Saturday I will take the class, extra class. Chances if it is there that I will take the extra class. Then everyone is raising the hand. What is the problem? Samriddhi, yes, Samriddhi, ask the question.
Sir, please explain this one more time. Sir, I can't understand.
Going to explain. Wait for a minute. Who is asking for Akshita? Yes, Akshita.
Sir, I was also not understanding what you have done in second pendulum.
Going to explain. Listen. Firstly, try to understand the definition of second pendulum. A second pendulum is that pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds. Try to understand each and every one. A second pendulum is that pendulum whose time period will be of 2 seconds. Getting this word? Getting this word? That means any pendulum having time period 2 seconds. Okay, any pendulum having time period 2 seconds is called second pendulum. Clear? This definition is clear, Akshita, and all of you.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay, now, so we know the formula T equal to 2 pi under root L by G. This is the formula for the time period of the given simple pendulum, not about the second pendulum.
Second pendulum.
This is the formula for
Simple
simple
pendulum.
pendulum. T equal to 2 pi under root L by G. But for the second pendulum, time period will be of 2 seconds. Okay. But for the second pendulum, the time is 2 seconds. So here T equal to 2 seconds. Now put this value of T equal to 2 seconds in this equation. So 2 equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Clear this line?
Yes.
Clear this line? This 2 and this 2 cancel. Or you can also do like that. Like that. I have done like that. 2 equal to 2 pi under L by 2. So you can also do like that. With 2 upon 2 pi. This thing also you can do it. Better do it this manner. You can do like that now. This
Yes.
will come here 2 upon 2 pi. This 2 cancel out. 1 upon
And 2 will cancel.
1 upon pi equal to under root pi G. It will or not? Now,
Yes.
squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, what is that? 1 upon pi square equal to L by G. Okay, then L equal to G upon pi square. Now it is clear. 1 upon pi equal to under root L by G, or 1 upon pi square. Squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, 1 upon pi square equal to L by G. So L equal to G upon this G will come here. Okay, this G will come here. So L equal to G upon pi square. The value of G is 9.8 and the value of pi is 3.14. So solve it, you will get 99.9 centimeter or 1 meter. That means whenever if we are going to use the second pendulum, then its time period will be how much? Sorry, its length will be how much? 99.9 centimeter or 1 meter. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes. Sir, one more doubt. Sir, what we have to write in copy? Only notes and the practice problems.
Notes and practice problem, nothing else. Okay, whatever the that I'm explaining and whatever the practice problem I'm going to solve. This thing you have to write it. Okay. I've seen the time. Don't show me the time. Okay, what is the time? I'm knowing. I'm solving your problem, not I'm solving my problem. I'm standing over here only for solving your problem, not for me, not for solving my problem. Okay. So what I'm just seeing the time, 9:22 already it is there. Okay. So do one thing. Maybe in the next, let's see what again what I can do. Just see. You are showing to me the time, and students are asking the question.
Sir, that what you have written after L is equals to?
Where?
Sir, last.
Yeah.
Yes. No, sir, down there. After
L
that.
equal to 9.8 upon 3.14 into 3.14. Understand?
Sir, 2 times 3.14.
Are pi square na? The value of pi is 3.14.
Okay, sir.
Pi square 3.14 into 3.14.
Sir, after that?
After that, this is 9.8 and 3.14 multiply it. You will get 9.856. Divide it. You will get 99.9.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now, thank you. You also. Now listen. Maybe Saturday I will take the extra class. Okay. Possibility it is there. You will get a message once I have to take the class. You will get a message. After that, until and others who are not getting the message, don't be ready for the class. Okay. Others, what is the doubt? Still having doubt. Just see the time. The students
Sir,
are.
Sir, I don't have any doubts. So please, I have to take the screenshot of what you have written.
Taken.
Yes, sir.
Now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you to all of you.